our agency serves a wide variety of campaigns and political organizations, and leads their digital advertising, advises them generally on digital advertising, and helps them sort of accomplish their goals in that space. Yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited about this cycle. Certainly, there's been a lot of changes surrounding like privacy laws, but there's also been a lot of new exciting products that have come out, new opportunities to reach audiences, and certainly I think a broader set of targeting capacities have sort of come into view. So all those are great things to be excited about for political advertisers.
Yeah, that's interesting because we've seen a big shift in the way people consume media. A lot more streaming is happening. How does that change your strategies?
It's certainly a great opportunity. I mean, just in the time, throughout my career, the transformation of folks moving to streaming has presented a huge opportunity for us to reach voters there and to really reach them in a way that I think is more meaningful, more personal, right? Often on mobile ads or a desktop ad, you have this sort of dynamic where folks are scrolling away or moving throughout the platform, and with streaming content, you really have more of like a captive audience who has like made themselves comfortable, sat down to watch something, and I think it's a really great opportunity for reaching folks.
Yeah, so it's more of a lean back experience, as they say, watching connected TV programming and having more control over the experience with what they can choose on demand. And so now you have ads that appear in ad pods, or how does that work with your messaging?
No, I mean, certainly we're running across a broad set of platforms. We're reaching folks within a targeted audience, as long as there are voters and as long as there are folks who fall within the targets that we're really trying to reach. We're reaching them really in every way that we can. But with streaming content, we're looking for really like, where's the high quality experience, right? Like, where are we reaching folks on platforms that are going to like provide a full screen experience, that are going to really engage folks with content that are going to be more like kind of first look, like they're an opportunity to reach people with the first ad instead of like a long set of them, and also like provide more ability to just like kind of have that be front and center.
And there is this perception that connected TV and over-the-top advertising may be too expensive. Have you encountered that, or what have you seen?
I mean, it's certainly more expensive than other products, but it's just, I think it's a question of quality. Like, our clients really want to see quality. They really want to buy quality. It can be hard to reach voters in a meaningful way. Often your message is something that, they may not, political ads in the wide variety, like they're often ads that folks may not always like be the most excited to watch, right? And so you really do want to reach folks in this quality experience, and like clients are really, I think, willing to pay for that quality experience.
And has anything changed as far as how political media teams should rethink their messaging and reaching those unreachable voters, managing their budgets, that kind of thing?
Yeah, from a messaging perspective, I think we really have to think about digital and certainly streaming as reaching folks with sort of a snippet of messages. There's this, I think, old way of thinking of things where we feel like we really, really have to fit things into like 30 or even 60-second sound bites, where you've got like, you're fitting in like 3 or 4 proof points. But I think it's just, we have to really feel okay about fitting in one proof point with folks, and then doing that in a wide variety of ways all the time. I think that's a much better way to reach folks across this medium in general. So that's from a messaging perspective. I think we have to think about, of course, like shorter sound bites, but also just how are we going to get the kind of repetition across these different proof points so that we can overall build the message that we're doing. So it's more like building these building blocks across a lot of different ad formats that really develop a message long term.
And do you find yourself working with like a single point of contact as far as making your buys, or is it more diverse in terms of working with specific publishers and media outlets?
It's certainly not just one contact. We work with a wide variety of folks and have built really great relationships with that team of folks who help us place these buys.
Great. And let's see, finally, a big issue for political campaigns is compliance with political transparency laws. It looks like there's just a patchwork out there, and that is a challenge. So, how do political campaigns think about this?
It is a little challenging, but there's so many platforms, there's so much opportunity to reach voters, that sometimes we have to sort of pivot from whatever we've been doing, like in the last election, into really orienting ourselves around a set of products that are better suited to target the audience we're trying to target. So I think it's just about being flexible, about really seeing the opportunity in new products, about just managing the compliance landscape is it's a bit of a process, but it's something that can certainly be done, and it takes the right team who really knows how to get it done.
Okay. Now, finally, is there anything that you're most excited about looking ahead? It looks like campaigns are really starting to ramp up now. And so is there anything that people should expect to see happening in the next few weeks and months?
I'm really excited about the number of publishers who are really offering more one-to-one targeting and the capacity to use that in a really powerful way for our clients. That's certainly one. The move into more streaming content, I think, is really exciting for clients. It's an opportunity to get higher quality inventory across the board, and I think that that's something that our clients really want to see. And then I think just like more of an embrace on the political side of what digital means for campaigns, going back to the messaging piece of just, the opportunity to really build a message long term, but using those, like I said, smaller building blocks of shorter content to do it.